Yeah, and we are live. So, good morning. You are listening to IBGR.network, the International Business Growth Radio Network, and I'm your host, Jan Robberts. I am the co-founder of Key Leadership Institute, founder of JR Speakers Club. I'm also a coach, a trainer, a speaker, values-based leadership specialist, personal profiling consultant, and personal development professional. Now, there is more available for me, but you can go to the IBGR.network and there you can check my profile and anything else, and also how to get in touch with me. But this is another exciting day to be alive, and an exciting day to be on radio, and an exciting day to connect with all of you around the world. And by the way, before I go any further, I have to say it every time. We would absolutely love to hear from you on real time on the show, and that can happen if you're listening. That can happen if you go to the page, the IBGR.network page, website. Shit, it's a live show, I could hardly get my words out. And there is a pulsating, some might say annoying, orange question mark in the bottom corner that you can click and ask questions. And on Facebook, of course, as well, you can actually, any comments or any questions are very welcome. And of course, you can connect with us on our social media as well, because, well, we are on Facebook as well here, and we're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well at IBGR.network. You can find us everywhere. Well, this is already episode 8 in season 4, and what I'm going to be talking about is Mindpower for Success. We are in the People Skills for Success lane at IBGR.network. Where's my words going today? .network, and you can actually go to our website at, as I said already, www.ibgr.network, where you can download the show notes, which Donna, every week she puts them there before we are online. And I said, between Donna and Bill, the backbone of IBGR radio, I don't even know how they sleep, or if they sleep even. But I mean, wonderful to have that kind of support network. Also the support network from our fellow hosts. There is more than 40 hosts around the world, and we are now in 161 countries around the world already. There's not many more to go, but there is more. But we congratulate you and we thank you, the listeners, for all of this, because the only way we can spread effectively and connect with other like-minded people and provide the support that they also will need is when you like and share these posts, when you spread the good news, and when you get something out of it yourself, that you actually partake in sharing it with other people. And that's also part of leadership, because great leaders, when they find something that is helpful, or they know it might be helpful to others, it's all about adding value to people. So they add value to others, and you have certainly done that, because we could never reach 161 countries all by ourselves. So thank you, and we are grateful that you are here, because you, the listeners, are the most important. Now we're already well into season 4, of course, and we want you to interact with us. I said already, to ask questions and to anything. There is plenty of subjects. I mean, Thursday is People Day, People Skills Day, and that's where I'm a part of, as well as my amazing partner Arthur Moore, who will be on in 2 hours' time. And there is 5 different subjects. It ranges from operations, customers, and finance to People Day today, and tomorrow executives working on the business rather than in the business. And there is different levels as well. So 24/7 there is information to support, help, and guide you to become the entrepreneur you always wanted to be, you always deserve to be. So we cover in all these time zones, and it doesn't matter where you are, because if you can't listen to them live, these are all recorded, podcasts are made. You can go to our website, or don't forget to download our app, by the way. We've got an amazing app where you can also listen to the podcast, you can meet all our hosts, you can join the community, and you can join all the other social media, and of course connect with us and be part of that community. And it's absolutely wonderful. But you are, of course, the important part of the whole situation here. And today, as I said, I will be talking about Mindpower for Success. You are more powerful than you think. And how can you harness that power as an entrepreneur? That's also the question. But before we can actually talk about that, we need to talk about what Mindpower is. And as I'm talking about it, I think it will become clear today that yes, it is simple, but easy? No, because if it was easy, we'd all be doing this. But if this is your first time listening, welcome, or your first time viewing as well. And if you're a returning listener or viewer, welcome back. We really appreciate you. And as I know, 161 countries around the world now, and that's all thanks to everybody in the back rooms, everybody who's hosting, everybody who's listening all the time. So it's always going to be a combined effort to spread this, and let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. So if there's something you like or some of the programs you now can reach because you go into the website, you go into the app, then at least if there is something that you like or know somebody else might be helpful for somebody else, share it with them. Because you will do them, when we add value to other people, it adds to our significance. I could do a whole talk about intentional living and significance, but that's not today. Today is Mindpower. Now, I have studied personal development for many years, and it has been everything from goal setting, body language, personal profiling, EQ, mindfulness, self-care. I mean, I'm actually doing a self-care program every day of the week on our Key Leadership Facebook page, and this is the third week already. So a lot to take care of there as well. But intentional living, laws for personal growth, and more, much more. And I've also, and I still am, a student of the martial arts of Aikido, which embodies the unification of mind and body, and also the power gained by all who practice it diligently. And practice diligently, taking action. I will really get into your face about that later on. But now, I'm not talking so much about physical strength. Of course, some physical strength is important as well, but mental strength and the health benefit and confidence you gain by learning to coordinate your mind and body through movement. That's really what, when I first got into Key Aikido when I was 17, that's just several years ago, as you can imagine. These are the highlights I put in for myself, and on the radio they can't see that, but it's grey hair on the sides and about everywhere else coming through. But I had no idea. I did this for my personal development anyway, and not so much that I needed to defend myself because I'm in trouble, like some people join martial arts, and every martial art is wonderful and great. But what I learned over time is that it is much more like a personal development program than a martial art, where you learn to defend yourself, you learn to do some healing and some other kind of stuff. But it is amazing. And through that, I've also got lifelong friends. From that time I was 17-year-olds, I've still got friends, and my best friends, even though they're not all practicing anymore, but we've become best friends and still are to this day. So there's a lot of benefits from doing these kind of things, apart from the obvious, of course. But when I discovered John Kehoe's work, and that's John, and Kehoe is Kehoe, Kehoe. He's a Canadian. When I discovered his work about Mindpower, I was simply blown away. But there's so much powerful information, such simple principles, yet such an impact upon its realization. And that is what I want to share with you today, because as humans, with all the technology available, we don't yet know. Oh, we've got some internet. We're still the phone is trying to reconnect, but we're still going on. So you're back there as well. I was just telling the phone people that Facebook was disconnecting. It didn't like what I'm saying, maybe. It's too powerful even for Facebook. Yeah. But maybe the fact checkers were there. But yeah. But we don't yet know, or nobody knows yet, how powerful our minds really are. Yet most of us are already convinced we cannot do certain things, that we have many limitations. And a fair amount of them are internalized by the things we listen to from others, how we see ourselves on a daily basis. That's why self-care is also so important. But entrepreneurs are not shielded against that negativity. In fact, any budding entrepreneur will have well-meaning family members and friends, none of them usually experts in the field, tell you that you must be absolutely crazy to even think about leaving your steady, well-paying job to start out on your own in this uncertain world. I mean, and then they carry on. Do you actually know And they got these figures from somewhere that 80% of entrepreneurs fail in the first 5 years, and they're not finished yet by that. If that does not scare you enough, do you know that 80% of those that even survive that first 5 years will fail in the next 5 years? And then they'll do the calculation for you as well, because that means that only 4% ever make it past the 10 years. All that hard work, all that investment in time and money down the drain, you're much better in your job. Now, I don't want to talk into it, but look at what is happening around us right now. Look at the state we are in right now. And as Bill always says in his advertising, 57% of people are or work for entrepreneurs right now. That's 1.9 billion people, and we need many more of you, and many more will come because so many of you realize that steady job didn't exist in the first place. So if our limitations as humans, and that includes entrepreneurs of course, has never yet been established, should we not live and work as if everything is possible? And let the universe prove us wrong, which will simply provide us with the experience to come back stronger and better. Now we've got 30 seconds left before we have to take a break from the radio. But before we tap into our unlimited potential, we need to understand some simple basics of mind power. There are just 7, and I'm holding the fingers up here for the radio. There's just 7 principles and how to implement them. So you can experience the positive difference this will have as an entrepreneur, as a family member, a friend, or simply in your life as a human being. I will talk into them when we come back. So don't go away, and we will see you very soon.